During the Spring Festival travel rush, a knife-wielding robber attacked at the train station. To protect his first love, my husband pushed me, 8 months pregnant, in front of the knife. Terrified, I tearfully shielded my pregnant belly. "I'm pregnant, how could you use me as a shield?" The next second, the robber's knife plunged into my stomach, and my husband fled with his first love. I almost thought I was about to lose my life. But the train station staff helped me up. "Are you okay? That was just a safety drill. The knife was fake, and your child is still here." I was crying uncontrollably, and there was blood beneath me. My husband and his first love had already boarded the train and gone home. "Was that your husband just now? Should we contact him to take you to the hospital?" I shook my head. "No need. He's my ex-husband." I took out my phone and scheduled an induced labor procedure for 3 days later. "After this, in this lifetime, we'll be even and owe each other nothing," the doctor on the phone asked with uncertainty. "You're already 8 months along. Are you sure you want to proceed with the induced labor?" "Confirmed. The child's father is missing." My voice was indifferent, after the doctor confirmed with me repeatedly. The induced abortion surgery was scheduled for 3 days later. My phone and money were in my husband Lu Yu's bag, so I had to walk home alone in the cold wind. As soon as I opened the door, I heard the laughter of Lu Yu and Su Qingqing. He was feeding her fruit. The moment he saw me, Lu Yu's face darkened instantly. "I thought you were really dead." "I already know that was a safety drill at the train station. Since the child is still here, go wash the dishes right away." I looked at the mess they left after finishing their meal. No food had been saved for me. "You should really thank Qingqing. She didn't come home with me because she was worried about you and came back especially for you. Otherwise, you won't even be able to go home today. You can't go anywhere else but here, spending New Year's Eve on the streets." Lu Yu pinched Su Qingqing's cheek, his face full of affection. It rained on the way back, and all my clothes were soaked. Feeling icy and piercingly cold, I ignored their words and planned to go into the bedroom to change into dry clothes. Su Qingqing, leaning in his arms, said worriedly, "Brother Lu Yu, is sister angry? It's all my fault for what happened this afternoon. You protected me, so won't she resent you?" Lu Yu said disdainfully. "Don't worry, why would she be angry? She can't leave me now. Her parents are abroad, and she's 8 months pregnant. Besides this, she has nowhere else to go. Don't worry about her. Who else would want her if she leaves me?" He deliberately raised his voice at the last few words, as if intentionally saying it for me to hear. The scene of the station pushing me out to block the knife is still vivid in my mind, and it sends chills down my spine every time I think about it. I was completely disheartened and no longer held any hope for his care. I can't help but laugh at myself for not listening to my parents and taking the risk of getting pregnant before marriage to be with him. Now, I've lost the bet, the love is gone, and even the child in my womb is about to leave me. I walked into the bedroom, only to find that it had completely changed. On the wall hung a wedding photo of Lu Yu and Su Qingqing, both smiling sweetly. My clothes are gone from the wardrobe, all replaced by Su Qingqing's clothes, which don't fit me at all. Qingqing has nowhere to go for the new year, so she's staying with us temporarily. Her parents are pressuring her to get married, so I'm pretending to be her boyfriend. Those are all just temporary arrangements, don't overthink it. Just find a couple of Qingqing's clothes to make do with, Su Qingqing chimed in. But I already knew from her words that all my things had been thrown away by her. The two exchanged a smile, as if they were the couple and I was just an outsider. "Where's Wangxai?" I searched every corner of the house and realized my cat, along with its bed, was missing. Su Qingqing stopped me. "Sister, don't bother looking. I set her free," Lu Yu explained on her behalf. "Qingqing is allergic to cat fur. And you're also pregnant, so we let the cat go." I stared at the two of them in shock, my anger reaching its peak as I unleashed the pent-up fury. "That's my cat, how dare you throw it out? It's below zero outside, it won't survive the night. Wangxai has been with me for 8 years, and he has a heart condition. How could you be so cruel?" I yelled at the top of my lungs, startling Su Qingqing. Lu Yu raised his hand and slapped me. "Enough, it's just a cat, isn't it? Is it worth yelling at Qingqing for?" My face instantly stung with a burning pain, and half of it swelled up. I looked at Lu Yu in disbelief, tears welling up in my eyes. "Lu Yu, you hit me." Lu Yu realized he had gone too far and wanted to apologize, but in the end, he didn't say a word. It was Su Qingqing beside him who started crying first. He hurried over to comfort her, leaving me out in the cold. My clothes were still wet, my body cold, and my heart even colder, yet he turned a blind eye. I was angry, disappointed, and heartbroken, but in the end, I could only bury these feelings deep inside, swallowing them down. I couldn't be bothered to argue with them. I quickly found one of Lu Yu's clothes to wear and went downstairs to look for Wangcai. When I went out, I thought Lu Yu wouldn't care at all. But unexpectedly, he actually followed me out. "Did I hurt you? I'll apply some medicine for you when we get back." He held my hand and gently applied a warm compress with a pre-boiled egg. "It's just a cat, isn't it? If it's lost, we can just buy another one. Is it really worth getting angry over? There's really nothing between me and Qingqing. I just see her as a little sister. I let her stay here because she had nowhere else to go and I felt sorry for her. Don't take it out on the young girl. You're a mother now, and you're still being so petty. You should be a bit more magnanimous. Don't make a scene. Getting angry isn't good for the baby either." I pulled my hand away, gave him a cold look, and turned to go downstairs. "Do you still care about the child? I thought you wouldn't care even if I died." Lu Yu and I entered the elevator. He leaned in to kiss me, but I turned my head and avoided it. In an instant, he caught a glimpse of the hideous stretch marks on my stomach and recoiled in shock. Realizing his reaction was too intense, he was about to apologize when a message from Su Qingqing came. "Brother, the power is out at home. Can you come keep me company?" "I'm really scared." Lu Yu grew anxious. He immediately pressed the nearest floor button, got out of the elevator, and decided to take the stairs up. "Don't be afraid, I'll be right there." That worried expression was something I hadn't seen since I became pregnant. Suddenly, the elevator doors closed tightly and wouldn't open. The lights went out completely, and the elevator came to a halt. I realized the elevator had malfunctioned and shouted loudly to Lu Yu outside, urging him to quickly find someone to rescue me. I knew he was outside and could hear my voice. But he still left. Footsteps echoed in the stairwell as he abandoned me once again to go find Su Qingqing. I pressed the emergency button in the elevator and took out my phone to call 119. As the air grew increasingly thin, the phone couldn't get through due to no signal, and just as I was about to faint, the firefighters broke down the door. I was rescued, and without even taking a moment to recover, I immediately went downstairs to look for Wangcai. Finally, in the green bushes downstairs, I found Wangcai's body. It had frozen to death. It felt as if my heart was torn in two. The pain was so intense I could hardly breathe. I held Wangcai's lifeless body, crying uncontrollably, tears streaming down my face. Suddenly, I felt a sharp pain in my abdomen, and blood began to flow from my inner thigh. The firefighters quickly called 120. By the time the ambulance arrived, I had collapsed in a pool of blood, my vision blurred by tears, and the pain had rendered me unconscious. Lu Yu, however, hurried down carrying Su Qingqing, rushed her into the ambulance, and pulled me out. "Qingqing has fainted. Let her go to the hospital first. You can call another ambulance." The firefighters and paramedics were all shocked. "Are you crazy? This pregnant woman is bleeding heavily. It's serious. She should get in the ambulance first. She just fainted. Why should she give up the ambulance?" Many people spoke up for me, but Lu Yu paid no attention and said sternly, "This pregnant woman is my wife. I know her condition best. She's not as serious as Qingqing at all, and who knows if she's just pretending. Hurry up and send Qingqing to the hospital. If you delay the rescue time, I'll file a complaint against you." Believe it or not, the ambulance took Su Qingqing away, and I was completely devastated, fainting on the spot. When I woke up again, I was already in the hospital. A kind-hearted person had driven me there. "You're finally awake. Your body is quite resilient, and there's basically nothing wrong with you. Has your family arrived? You fainted due to low blood sugar caused by a lack of vitamins. Have them buy some vitamins for you." It was only then that I remembered I hadn't had a proper meal since Su Qingqing moved into my home. Lu Yu always cooked for her, leaving the pots and pans for me to wash. No wonder I keep seeing blood. I carefully touch my belly, sighing that the child is still here, but I cannot keep it. I picked up my phone and turned it on, only to find it filled with missed calls from Lu Yu. As soon as I answered, his furious roar came through. Ningran, get over here right now. Ching Ching was so overwhelmed with guilt over the cat incident that she attempted suicide by cutting her wrist, but fainted due to hemophobia. She just woke up now. Come and apologize immediately, otherwise, don't blame me for being ruthless. If it weren't for you stirring up trouble and insisting on looking for that damn cat, would Ching Ching have fainted? I frowned, angered by his shameless reasoning, and tugged at my sleeve. Am I making a scene? My cat that I've raised for 8 years died. And I can't even cry. I fainted from low blood sugar and almost had a miscarriage, and all you care about is her. When did you become like this? After 3 years of marriage, this was the first time I raised my voice at him, almost shouting at the top of my lungs. Lu Yu was so angry that his face turned red. Before he could retort, Su Qingqing, who was beside him, started crying again. I'm sorry, brother Lu Yu, it's all my fault, I disturbed you both, I should just leave. I will submit my resignation report soon and won't appear in front of you again. Lu Yu turned to comfort her, but when he got close to the phone, he was filled with anger again. Ningran, how much longer are you going to keep this up? Ching Ching hasn't done anything wrong. Do you really have to bully her like that? She's all alone in this city. Why can't I take care of her? Do you think you can go anywhere with that big belly? You'll just have to come crawling back to me. I'll give you one more chance. Come and apologize. Otherwise, don't even think about coming back to this house. I let out a bitter laugh and coldly hung up the phone. I have long been utterly disappointed with this home and have no desire to return at all. Tears streamed down my cheeks. And the other patients in the ward looked at me with strange expressions. I knew I could never go back to that home, so I ignored the doctor's objections and checked myself out of the hospital. Snowflakes drifted in the sky, but I couldn't feel the cold. My heart had long been frozen stiff. I checked into a hotel near the hospital and hired a lawyer to draft the divorce agreement. 2 days after the induced abortion, everything here will no longer concern me. I will completely bid farewell to this place. My clothes were thin, my hair was disheveled, and my fingers were already frostbitten from the cold. After washing up, it was already 2 a.m. I tossed and turned. Unable to sleep due to the pregnancy, opening my phone, I immediately saw Su Qingqing's social media post. The picture showed Lu Yu feeding her porridge, flaunting the wedding ring on her hand. Finally, we have a home together, and we'll walk hand in hand from now on. The wedding ring was as big as a pigeon's egg, sparking envy in the comments section, and I couldn't help but laugh at myself. I married him without a wedding ceremony or even a wedding ring. We simply registered our marriage. I thought that as long as I was with him, I would be happy without needing money, but now I realize how foolish I was. Indeed, where the money is, the love is. If there's no love, there's simply no love. Early the next morning, Lu Yu found my hotel room by checking my WeChat location. He was holding a large bouquet of lilies. And the moment the door opened, I started coughing violently, nearly choking. I asked Lu Yu to move the lilies farther away and accidentally knocked over the vase, shattering it into pieces all over the floor. My coughing grew even worse, and I collapsed to the ground, but Lu Yu turned a blind eye, carefully picking up the lilies from the floor. These were specially sent to you by Qingqing. She has already forgiven you, and you're being so ungrateful. I scrambled toward the sofa and, at the last moment, took the medicine from my bag to save my life. Did you forget I'm allergic to pollen? Lilies could kill me. Lu Yu stood there in a daze, taking a long moment to apologize, but I didn't want to hear it at all. I opened the window, gasping for air, and only then managed to return to normal. I took out the divorce agreement I had printed earlier and handed it to him. Find a time to get the divorce done. At first, he looked incredulous, then his face turned disdainful. Ningran, do you think this can scare me? Isn't the child still here? Are you going to keep making a scene? You're so unreasonable. Qingqing has decided to leave, and she wants to treat us to a meal before she goes. You must go, I casually responded, ready to check out and leave with him. When I walked to the underground garage, I was dumbfounded. Su Qingqing had also come along. But she was in the passenger seat of Lu Yu's car. Ningran, you sit in the back. Qingqing gets car sick and must sit in the front. He forgot that I also get car sick, and being pregnant makes me even more prone to vomiting. But it was the last day, and I didn't want to make a big deal out of it. So I got into the back seat. I didn't realize it was a KTV until we arrived, and many of their colleagues from the company were there. The two of them were the center of attention at the gathering. While I sat alone in the corner like an outsider, many people tried to get Su Qingqing to drink, but Lu Yu kept blocking them. Don't force Qingqing to drink anymore, she's allergic to alcohol and can't handle it. Many people cheered, praising Lu Yu for his thoughtfulness, and urged them to kiss. The two of them actually did. They kissed passionately, hardly resembling what he had told me before, that he only saw her as a sister, before I got pregnant. I always had a high alcohol tolerance and would drink the most during social events. Over time, Lu Yu no longer shielded me from drinking, and even often encouraged me to drink more. I remember when Su Qingqing first arrived, at a celebration banquet, I drank until I had a stomach hemorrhage. While she only felt dizzy, without a word, Lu Yu carried Su Qingqing away, leaving me by the roadside. It took me a long time to recall, but he only gave a vague explanation, saying he had accidentally forgotten. Only now can I understand many details from the past. Perhaps he stopped loving me a long time ago. I received a reminder text message about the induced abortion procedure. The moment I picked it up to check, Lu Yu caught a glimpse of it. Induced abortion. Did I see that right? Who's having an induced abortion? I turned off the phone screen. You've had too much to drink and misread it. There's no mention of induced abortion at all. Lu Yu turned his head away and continued drinking. Not pressing further, Su Qingqing suddenly fixed her gaze on me, and I immediately felt uneasy. Sister, I'm about to leave, although I know you don't like me, but I still want to toast you. You've taught me a lot, and I'm very grateful. She handed me a very strong liquor, and I'm pregnant, so I absolutely cannot drink. I don't know what his intentions were, but everyone was egging me on, ignoring my pregnant belly. You're thanking me, so. You want me to drink while I'm 8 months pregnant? Is this how you thank me? What if I have a miscarriage? How manipulative. Exposed, Su Qingqing twitched the corner of her mouth and finally collapsed into Lu Yu's arms, crying out in grievance. Most of the people in the private room were drunk, leaving only Lu Yu still sober. He raised his voice to scold me. How could you say that to Qingqing? Apologize to her right now. Having a little alcohol once in a while isn't a big deal. Do you have to be so harsh? Lu Yu rushed over, grabbed my hand and forced me to apologize, my wrist turning red from the pull. Furious, I shook off his hand, picked up the wine on the table, and splashed it in his face. I immediately left the private room, my chest heaving violently, the anger lingering in my heart for a long time. Su Qingqing followed me out, her face instantly shifting to a different expression as she slapped me hard across the face. Why are you the one who gets to carry brother Yu's child? Go to hell. She pushed me down the stairs when I wasn't paying attention, and the moment Lu Yu rushed over, he also fell. My abdomen was in excruciating pain, and I was bleeding heavily from my lower body, while she only suffered a minor head injury. Lu Yu rushed over to help her up and asked with concern, "Are you okay? I'll take you to the hospital right away. Are you? Save me. I'm begging you." I lay in a pool of blood, pleading desperately. Lu Yu ultimately didn't look back. Call 120 yourself. Anyway, you're about to give birth. The baby can't just disappear. It's just a little blood, isn't it? Always pulling this trick to compete for attention. Is it really that interesting? By the time the ambulance took me to the hospital, Su Qingqing had already regained consciousness, and Lu Yu watched me enter the emergency room with his own eyes. I've scheduled an induced abortion. I don't want this child. Lu Yu insisted on going in but was stopped by the doctor. My wife is giving birth in there. Of course I need to go in. The doctor corrected him. She's not giving birth, it's an induced abortion. The patient scheduled it 2 days ago. Lu Yu was stunned and couldn't believe it. How is this possible? At the last second of the anesthesia injection, I heard his heart-wrenching cry. The surgery went smoothly, the fully formed fetus was removed, and I was wheeled out of the operating room. Lu Yu, who had waited outside all night, had bloodshot eyes and refused to leave my side for even a moment. Why did you have to induce labor? That wasn't just your child, it was mine too. I turned around with difficulty. took the divorce agreement out of my bag, and handed it to him. "Take it and sign it. I won't let my child be born into this kind of family. Our marriage ends here. If you refuse, I will hire a lawyer to file for divorce." Lu Yu was stunned. Trembling as he took the divorce agreement, shaking his head desperately. "No, I will never sign it. We've been together for 3 years. How can you just say we're getting divorced?" He was so anxious he nearly cried, collapsing to his knees beside my hospital bed, pleading desperately, "You must get this divorce." My mother arrived at my hospital room with a lawyer and kicked him aside. Lu Yu was kicked several meters away, crashing heavily against the wall, in excruciating pain. "You've harmed my daughter like this. How dare you still pester her? 3 years ago, when you wanted to start a business, my daughter gave you all her savings, 2 million, to help you. Now that you've achieved success and fame, you dare to cheat and treat my daughter like this. She must have suffered an immense grievance. Otherwise, how could she bear to induce labor for an 8-month-old baby?" Lu Yu opened his eyes, saw clearly that the woman before him was his mother, and immediately apologized in a humble tone. "Mom, why are you here? It's my fault. I didn't take good care of Ranran and let her suffer, but you can't divorce me over this. I really can't live without Ranran. I've realized my mistake. Please give me another chance." My mother didn't give him a friendly look, grabbed him by the collar, and slapped him hard again. Su Qingqing knew Lu Yu was at my place, opened the door to pull him over, and saw this scene. "Brother, how did you become like this?" Lu Yu's eyes lit up the moment he saw Su Qingqing, but with my mother present, he didn't dare to say a word. My mother had her secretary slap Su Qingqing hard. "Get out, you have no right to speak here," calling him brother over and over. "It's disgusting. Don't you know he has a wife? How dare you meddle in someone else's marriage?" Su Qingqing was completely stunned by the slap. She covered her face, pretending to be wronged, but no one dared to speak up for her. Since everyone in the ward was on my mother's side, Su Qingqing had no choice but to leave pitifully. "I don't have that much patience with you. You must get a divorce. Ranran will soon go abroad with us. She won't stay in the country any longer, and you won't get to see her again. I'll also take back the 2 million that belongs to my daughter." The company was the result of Lu Yu's hard work, and it was just getting started. Taking away 2 million is like taking his life. He completely broke down, tears streaming from his eyes. "No, Mom, I was wrong. I was really wrong. Don't withdraw the investment. The company will go bankrupt." My mother's secretary kicked him aside, and the assistant and doctor took me to the ambulance for a hospital transfer. Lu Yu desperately blocked the car, his face tense, cold sweat beading on his forehead. "You can't leave. My wife is in critical condition. Where are you taking her?" The ambulance transferring her to another hospital came to a halt, and my mother got out, slapping him hard across the face. I looked up and saw my mother's furrowed brow and her expression of uncontrollable fury. Lu Yu refused to give up, struggling and pleading desperately, trying to soften my mother's heart. "Mom, I beg you. Don't take Ranran away. Don't call me Mom. How dare you call me Mom? Look at what you've done. My daughter has done so much for you, and this is how you treat her. Have you no conscience? I said I'm taking Ranran abroad. Stop bothering us." My mother was so angry that her face turned bright red, and she grabbed Lu Yu by the collar and punched him again. She beat him until his face was bruised and swollen, with blood trickling from the corner of his mouth. After saying these words, my mother turned to leave but was stopped by Lu Yu, who grabbed her sleeve. "What, you want to take her abroad? She and I are still married. How can you?" My mother turned away heartlessly, without a trace of emotion. "Not anymore." The lawyer got out of another car and handed the divorce agreement to Lu Yu. "This is the divorce agreement that Miss Ning has already prepared." Lu Yu held the divorce agreement in disbelief, his hands trembling. "You have to get this divorce. Whether you want to or not. My daughter has ended up like this because of you. This counts as intentional harm. If you refuse to divorce, we'll see you in court. Don't even think about taking advantage of the assets. Without my daughter, would you be where you are today?" Lu Yu was completely panicked. "Both he and I hold significant shares in the company. If my shares are divided and the divorce scandal breaks out, then the company is very likely to shut down, or even go bankrupt. All the hard work he has put in over the past 3 years will go to waste. By then, without his wife and children, and with most of his money taken away, he won't be able to accept it. I knelt directly at my mother's feet. Please don't do this, Mom. I was wrong. I really know I was wrong. I was too immature before and made Ranran suffer, but I won't be like that anymore from now on. I will definitely treat her well and not let her be wronged again. Please give me another chance. I will take good care of Ranran's health, and we will definitely have another child in the future. My mother was unmoved, even amused, and she took out the medical report and threw it in his face. Do you think you'll ever have children again? There's no chance between you two anymore. Driver, let's go. Lu Yu picked up the medical report, which clearly stated oligospermia. It was only then that he realized that for the past 3 years, the one who couldn't conceive was never me, but him. No one knows how much I suffered to conceive this child, all because I used to care for him. To protect his self-esteem, I lied and claimed that I was the one who couldn't conceive. I thought this well-intentioned lie would save our marriage, but instead, it became a death sentence. Lu Yu looked dazed, unable to believe what he was seeing, checking it over and over again. Impossible, impossible. How can this be? How could it be that I'm the one who can't have children? Lu Yu refused to believe it and went to the hospital to schedule a checkup. When the results came out, he was stunned. The report showed that he had low sperm count, and his health was deteriorating due to smoking and drinking. It's very difficult to have another child. If we choose IVF, the woman will suffer a lot. Lu Yu was distraught. He finally remembered the pain I had endured over the years trying to get pregnant. Guilt began to surface in his heart, filled with regret. But he had never thought there was anything wrong with it. Lu Yu picked up his phone and called Su Qingqing. Now without me, he still has Su Qingqing, and he expects her to marry him and have children. But after making over a dozen calls, he still couldn't get through, and eventually, it directly indicated that the other party's phone was turned off. Lu Yu saw Su Qingqing at the hospital entrance, about to get into a car and leave. He hurried over and stopped her. Qingqing, why aren't you answering my calls? Have you fully recovered? Why are you leaving without telling me? Su Qingqing opened the car door, her expression completely changed, cold and heartless. Let go, I'm leaving now, don't hold me back. Lu Yu was shocked. He had never seen Su Qingqing like this before. Qingqing, how did you become like this? Shu Ranran has already divorced me. Didn't you say you liked me? Let's get married and be together, and after marriage, we can have children and start a new family. Lu Yu's words were full of anticipation, clearly not noticing the gloom that had long settled in Su Qingqing's eyes. I said let go, didn't you understand? Get away from me. The voice startled Lu Yu, who held on to her tightly, not letting her leave. To be honest, I just overheard your conversation with Shu Ranran's mother. I can't possibly accept IVF, and I definitely can't accept the company going bankrupt. You have no money. I've already submitted my resignation and will be going abroad tonight. Get out of my way now. Lu Yu couldn't believe that the once innocent little girl would say such things. Su Qingqing, it turns out you're just as Shu Ranran said. You're really after my money. How did you hide it so well? And to think I even bought you an engagement ring and took wedding photos. It was all a lie. Did you get close to me and stay with me just because you were after my money? My mom gave Su Qingqing a sum of money to keep her from appearing in front of me again. After overhearing Lu Yu and the others' conversation, I just want to leave quickly and not get entangled with him for even a moment. You can't leave. I gave up so much for you. How can you just walk away like this? For you, I lost my wife and child, and even had to split my property in half. Lu Yu was so anxious he was about to cry. He grabbed Su Qingqing to stop her from leaving. Su Qingqing slapped him several times. Let go. If you don't let go, I'll call the police. This is sexual harassment. I'll have you arrested by the police. Let go of me right now. Lu Yu snapped back to reality at the word alarm and let go. In the blink of an eye, Su Qingqing was gone, without a trace of reluctance. Only then did he see Su Qingqing's true nature clearly. Kneeling on the ground and crying his heart out, I was rushed to the largest hospital in the city for emergency treatment and stayed in the ward to recuperate after being saved. Gradually coming to, I saw my mother in tears, tightly holding my hand. You're finally awake. You had me so worried. I felt much better when suddenly I heard Lu Yu's voice coming from outside the hospital room. My mother glared fiercely at the door and signaled for the secretary to go out and shoo him away. What right do you have to kick me out? I'm here to see my wife. Why won't you let me in? Lu Yu was shouting hoarsely outside the door, demanding to see me. My mother opened the door and slapped him. How dare you show up here? Get out of here right now. My daughter doesn't want to see you now. Go back and wait for the divorce hearing. Lu Yu, ignoring the pain on his face, pleaded with me through the gap in the door. Wife, let me in. I have something to say to you. I know you hate me, you don't want to see me, but we're still husband and wife. Just let me see you one last time. I lay in bed, pale and weak. Mom, let him in. My mother refused to let Lu Yu see me at all costs, fearing that I would soften and forgive that scumbag again. But I reassured her that my heart had long been dead and there was no way I would ever go back. Say whatever you have to say quickly. I have an early flight tomorrow, and I'll be gone soon. My lawyer will discuss the divorce matters with you when the time comes. As soon as Lu Yu entered, he knelt down in front of me with a thud, crying bitterly. Wife, I'm sorry, it's all my fault. I was wrong in the past. I didn't cherish you properly, and I didn't see all that you've done for me, which is why I hurt you so deeply, he said while slapping himself. I hurt you. And I even caused the death of our child. I deserve to die 1,000 deaths, but for the sake of our 3 years as husband and wife, can you give me another chance? Let's be together properly. I will never make you cry again. I interrupted him. Enough, stop saying these meaningless things. Don't think I don't know that Su Qingqing dumped you. She went abroad and left you, and now that you can't have children, you come back to me. Lu Yu was exposed and stood there stunned, not knowing how to defend himself. No, it's not like that. I truly regret it and want to turn over a new leaf, to start over with you. I sneered, not believing a single word that came out of his mouth. I've told you before, Su Qingqing is only after your money. She doesn't love you at all. But you didn't believe me. You ruined me for her. Do you really think we can start over? Lu Yu widened his eyes in disbelief. What? Do you mean we can't start over? I remained expressionless and retorted, if it weren't for my initial investment of 2 million, you'd probably still be a poor guy, wouldn't you? Instead of being grateful, you resent me. Lu Yu immediately fell silent, hiding his shock and looking apologetic. Honey, I misspoke. The person I should be most grateful to is you. Without you, I wouldn't be where I am today. It was my immaturity that made me overlook your feelings. I'm tired and don't want to hear him speak anymore. Just go. I don't want to see you again. Lu Yu froze in place. He hadn't expected me to be so hard to appease, and this time, I was truly done. Darling, are you really giving up on me? Disregarding the 3 years we've spent together. 3 years ago, Lu Yu was still a poor boy, and he had no idea about my family background. He treated me really well. He always peeled fruit for me and remembered all our anniversaries. He could even recall how many days we had been together. But he grew increasingly distant toward me. I refused to let go, crying and begging him to marry me. He said he doesn't like noisy women, so I became a virtuous wife. But this marriage was far more fragile than I had imagined, completely unable to withstand a single blow. Yet, with just a few subtle moves from Su Qingqing, he was completely and utterly bewitched. It's not that I don't want you anymore, it's that you've abandoned this home. I told my mom to kick Lu Yu out. I don't want to see him again, Lu Yu questioned. What do you mean? I've already apologized to you. What more do you want? The secretary pulled him out, and he yelled at me, Ningran, don't you regret this? I will never agree to let you leave, nor will I agree to a divorce. See you in court. Watching his receding figure, my mother cursed. What a scumbag. He never intended to repent. At this point, if it weren't for the company, he wouldn't have apologized to you. I remained silent. But I had already made up my mind. Late at night, Lu Yu was drowning his sorrows at a bar and happened to run into Su Qingqing, who was there on a date with someone else. His anger welled up, and he vented all his fury on her, grabbing her and refusing to let go. You wretch, it's all your fault. If it weren't for you, how could I have gotten divorced? Lu Yu gave Su Qingqing a hard slap, completely stunning her, and the two began to struggle with each other. You still have the nerve to blame me. Do you have any idea how much criticism I've had to endure? Once deeply in love, the two now despise each other after fighting fiercely. The police arrived and took both Lu Yu and Su Qingqing away. They were both detained for mutual assault. After being released, Lu Yu still kept harassing me. But I had no desire to see him. I was tired and didn't want to hear him speak anymore. Leave, I don't want to see you again. Lu Yu froze in place. He hadn't expected me to be so hard to appease. This time, he was truly heartbroken. Ran, are you really giving up on me? Disregarding our 3 years together, I remained silent and asked my mom to immediately kick him out. He cried and shouted, saying he would come back again, but I lied, it wasn't tomorrow's flight. But this afternoon's flight, due to the special circumstances, I was also afraid that the plan would be exposed and Lu Yu would come back to stop me, so I chartered a private plane and had someone send me abroad. My mother reluctantly sent me abroad for treatment, and just before boarding the plane, I saw Lu Yu rushing desperately to catch up. He was covered in blood, as if he had just suffered a severe impact. Don't go, Ran, I'm begging you. His voice was weak, his neck covered in bruises. Lu Yu's secretary looked worried. Miss Ning, the CEO got into a car accident while rushing to see you. He was injured all over, but he refused to go to the hospital and only wanted to rush here to see you. Lu Yu told him to stop talking and carefully took out the ring I had long been waiting for from his pocket. Ran, I found your ring for you. Before getting married, I longed to have a ring, especially when I saw the pigeon egg-sized diamond on Su Qingqing's finger. I felt an inexplicable sense of loss. Perhaps I had long stopped loving the man before me. Even after obtaining what I once desired most, my heart remained unmoved. Because of my withdrawal of investment and his detention, it has surged to the top of the hot search list. Lu Yu's company's stock has fallen to its lowest point and is on the verge of bankruptcy. When he heard the news, he almost went crazy, breaking down in tears. What? How did it come to this? How could the stock fall so badly? It's over. It's completely over. It was Su Qingqing who instigated him to evade taxes, telling him that he could make more money that way. At that time, he was even proud of making more money. Completely ignoring my warnings, I told him that tax evasion could lead to jail time. But he didn't believe me and even hit me for the first time. He hit me so hard that my cheeks were swollen, and I was driven out of the house, left to wander the streets. Now, they have to bear the bitter consequences of what they sowed back then. Su Qingqing retorted, Why are you blaming me? It's clearly your own foolishness. I kindly told you how to avoid taxes and planned to fix it later, but who knew you'd completely ignore it? I was just about to go abroad. And now I'm stuck here because of this. Her face was full of resentment, with no trace of the affection she once shared with him. 3 days later, both were released. Su Qingqing couldn't leave the country and was arrested again for tax evasion. After Lu Yu was released, he received a court summons, and the divorce lawsuit between us officially began. However, before the divorce was officially granted, Lu Yu was detained again due to issues with his company. His company not only has issues with tax evasion but also with illegal fundraising and smuggling. He should be detained first for a thorough investigation. All of these are actions he insisted on taking despite my warnings, deliberately breaking the law. Before leaving, I took the evidence to the police station and took one last look at Lu Yu. Lu Yu was pleasantly surprised to see me. Honey, you came to see me. Are you here to rescue me? I knew you were the best to me. You would never abandon me. I stood before the cold glass, my weary face revealing no expression. Don't worry, I'm not here to save you. I'm here to send you in. I've come to submit the evidence and have already contacted the media. You can just wait to go to prison. Lu Yu was stunned, his joyful eyes immediately dimming. What? You did this? You're the one who reported me. Qingqing, why would you do this? Do you hate me that much? I remained silent, just thinking once again about how he pushed me in front of the knife at the Spring Festival train station. This incident has hit me hard, and I have nightmares and insomnia all night. Lu Yu never considered whether I might have an accident. I lost the child, and my health has been very poor ever since, but it made me see the man in front of me clearly, and I no longer have any attachment. I turned to leave, and Lu Yu cried out, Honey, don't go. I really know I was wrong. I don't want to go to jail. Please save me. I will definitely change. I will definitely live well with you." Just like before, I saw fear and terror in his eyes. Just like the look in my eyes before he pushed me down. Only then did I realize that at this moment, he truly regretted it and was afraid. But it was too late. Everything could never go back to how it was before. His cries echoed through the detention room, heart-wrenching and desperate, begging me not to leave. I never looked back, not even once. I left the police station and went to the airport to leave the country. A week later, Lu Yu was sentenced to 5 years in prison for his company's smuggling activities. Su Qingqing was sentenced to 3 years for tax evasion, and both of them must atone for their crimes in prison. After going abroad, I followed the doctor's advice and recovered quickly, my body soon returning to its former state. The past gradually faded from my memory, and only by looking forward can there be a new future. Thank you for watching today's story. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below, so feel free to share your opinions, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more great stories. We'll see you in the next video.